after thousands of Chelsea fans staged a massive protest. Before the match against Southampton, Todd Boehly has finally spoken out. The club owner responded calmly to the supporters' actions, calling for him and Clearlake Capital to leave Stamford Bridge. Speaking at the Financial Times Business of Football Summit, Boehly stressed that such protests are a normal part of football. "You can't please everyone all the time," he said. He also stressed that Chelsea's long-term project is still on the right track, even though the results are not immediately visible. However, what is interesting is when asked about the internal relationship with Clearlake Capital. Previous rumors have suggested tensions between them, but Boehly avoided a definite answer. When asked if Chelsea's ownership structure will remain the same next year, he simply replied, "I can't predict the future." Meanwhile, fans continue to demand change. Sharp banners are still visible around Stamford Bridge, and calls for Roman Abramovich to return are getting louder. The question is, does Boehly really believe in his project, or is this just a way to relieve pressure? Chelsea may have won 4-0 against Southampton, but was that enough to silence the angry supporters? We'll see how it goes. Chelsea have officially made a surprising decision. They will not recruit a new goalkeeper in the summer transfer market, even though Robert Sanchez and Philip Jorgensen are still performing below expectations. Sanchez has lost his place after a series of fatal blunders, but his replacement, Jorgensen, has also not shown convincing performance. In the match against Southampton, Jorgensen was even jeered by fans for holding the ball for too long, even though it was an instruction from Enzo Maresca. Even so, according to the Times, Chelsea still believes in these two goalkeepers to compete next season. However, there is a possibility of changes, considering that Georgia Petrovic will return from his loan at Strasbourg. In addition, Chelsea will also welcome Mike Penders, a young 19-year-old goalkeeper recruited from Genk for £17 million. With his towering height and 6 clean sheets from 14 matches this season, Penders is predicted to be able to make an immediate impact at Stamford Bridge. Meanwhile, Kepa Arrizabalaga is set to return from his loan at Bournemouth, but will almost certainly be sold straight away, as he has 1 year left on his contract. This is clearly a risky move for Chelsea. Since Thibaut Courtois left for Real Madrid in 2018, the goalkeeping position has always been a weak point for the Blues. Will they stick to their existing goalkeeper this time? Or will they change their minds at the end of the transfer window? We'll see. Chelsea are once again on the hunt for young talent from Brazil. This time, the Blues have secured the signature of Denner, a 17-year-old left-back from Corinthians, with a transfer value of £11.5 million. Denner, who is the cousin of Gabriel Magalhães, has rejected a contract extension with Corinthians in order to pursue a career in Europe. Chelsea immediately moved quickly, agreeing to an initial payment of £8.25 million, plus a bonus of £3.3 million. However, Denner will only be able to join Chelsea after his 18th birthday in February 2026. At that time, he will immediately sign a 7-year contract at Stamford Bridge. As part of the deal, Corinthians will also get 15% of Denner's future sales. This strategy clearly shows Chelsea's ambition to build a team of the future. But the question is, will these young talents really get a chance? Or will they just be part of a transfer project without direction? Let's just wait and see. Chelsea are back in the spotlight after failing to sign a new striker in the January transfer window. With Nicholas Jackson and Mark Guiu both injured, the Blues are now facing a striker crisis. However, Todd Boehly has maintained his decision not to recruit a replacement. Speaking at the FT Business of Football Summit, Boehly stressed that finding the right striker is not something that can be done instantly. Strikers are not like shopping at the supermarket. It takes extraordinary skills and the right mentality, he said. Chelsea have actually tried to bring in Victor Osimhen from Napoli since last summer, but failed to reach an agreement. The decision not to look for other alternatives has now been sharply criticized, especially after the team's up and down performances. In addition, Chelsea's strategy of focusing more on young players with long-term contracts has also continued to reap debate. However, Boehly remains confident in this project. The best teams in history have always had a captain who is a superstar. We are looking for that figure to lead this team, he explained. Now, Chelsea must rely on the players they have to finish this season. But with a lack of options up front, will Boehly's decision actually hurt the team? Or does he have other plans that are not yet visible? We'll see. Chelsea have completed the signing of DENNER from Corinthians for a fee of 14 million euros. The 17-year-old left back will join the Blues in 2026 once he is old enough to move to Europe. In addition, Chelsea are also reportedly pursuing AC Milan winger Rafael Leao. The London club have inquired about the availability of the Portuguese, who would be a major addition to their attack. On the other hand, Chelsea are also looking for a new striker and are eyeing Ipswich's Liam Delap. The youngster is seen as a prime target who would fit Maresca's scheme. With these transfer moves, Chelsea continue to build a competitive team for the future. Will they be able to secure Leao and Delap? We'll have to wait and see. Chelsea are enjoying a break from the Premier League after a 4-0 win over Southampton lifted them into 5th place in the table. However, there is a big threat looming for Enzo Maresca's side. Moises Caicedo is just one booking away from a 2-match suspension. The Ecuadorian midfielder has already collected 9 yellow cards this season. If he picks up a 10th card in his next 5 games against Leicester, Arsenal, Tottenham, Brentford, or Ipswich, he will miss the next 2 Premier League games. Chelsea clearly don't want to lose Caicedo at such a crucial stage of the season. The only way to avoid this worst-case scenario, Caicedo must play more carefully in the next 5 games. If he can get through this period without any further cards, then the threat of a suspension will be gone. Can Chelsea manage this situation well? Or will they lose a key player at the most crucial moment? Manchester United have reportedly shifted their focus from Victor Osimhen to Ipswich Town's 22-year-old striker Liam Delap. GMS reports that Ruben Amorim is keen to add more firepower to his attack, but Osimhen's high price tag and stiff competition from other clubs have prompted United to look for alternatives. Delap has impressed this season, scoring 10 goals in 26 Premier League games, with an XG of 7.95 and creating 19 big chances. His physicality, pace, and ability to read the forward line make him an attractive option for Manchester United. However, United are not alone. Chelsea approached Ipswich in January and are reportedly set to return to the hunt for Delap in the summer. The Blues are also looking for a new striker and have been linked with both Osimhen and Delap as their top targets. Ipswich are demanding around 60 million euros for Delap, while Napoli wants 68 million euros for him. MU does not want to get involved in a price war that could make them make overpriced purchases again, something that has often happened in recent years. With a relatively cheaper price and younger age, Delap could be a more attractive long-term investment than Osimhen. But can MU compete with Chelsea in the fight for this talented young striker? Or will the Blues win the hunt?